And tonight, a living Charleston legend celebrates a milestone.
The ABC station.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. There we go.
Pauline Ryba, real-life Rosie the Riveter, turned 90 today. Miss Ryba was among the first women to leave her home and get into the workforce during World War II. Today, family, friends, even Mayor Joe Riley signed Miss Ryba's present, a Norman Rockwell print.
Exactly. She was a part of what makes America great, and it's often a forgotten story of how women had to join the workforce in huge numbers to get our war-fighting machine in operation.
Coming up tonight on the 7 o'clock news, Miss Ryba sits down with ABC News 4's Rob Stewart to share her story of strength and survival. During World War II, when men were sent abroad to fight, the women stepped forward into the workforce. Tonight, a low-country woman, one of the thousands known as Rosie the Riveter, shares her story. ABC News 4's Rob Stewart joining us now. Rob, for those who may not know, what is exactly a Rosie the Riveter?
You know, I can't think of a better way to say it than just a woman of steel, and that is to say the least. Basically, during the wartime, with millions of men away from home, thousands of women stepped up to the plate right here, right in your own backyard. They built planes and machinery for the war, thus the name Rosie the Riveter. And Pauline Ryba was right there with them.
Rosie the Riveter. There she sits, quiet, strong, self-confident, drawing us to her as she has drawn and captivated generations of Americans.
A determined lady to help and fight.
Pauline Ryba is quite the fighter herself. 90 years old today, this real-life Rosie still possesses that magic power.
Determination was my middle name.
Now, as then, the nation faces a threat and a challenge.
I don't feel good about that. I like peace.
The then was World War II.
No one likes war.
This is the G.I. Jive.
As men went off to war, women flocked to factories and built another front line for war.
And I thought, oh boy, this is my chance.
Long before feminism or women's lib, women doing a man's job was a sight, not to mention a song.
I worked on the wing, on the trailing edge, the back edge of the wing. We put on that flap that goes up and down.
A riveter, Pauline pounded inside and out.
Scary.
It is scary.
And there was all these jigs all in a row and all with wings in them that were being worked on. It was massive.
Wow, it was massive.
And so are the feelings of pride and passion.
That I was one of them.
Pride for the past and a message for the moment.
To be gentle and kind. Because there's so much hate out there.
Riveting words.
She is a wealth of knowledge. Speaking of wealth, Norman Rockwell's famous Rosie the Riveter painting was recently auctioned off at Sotheby's. Get this, for almost $5 million. Dean, she was absolutely lovely. I got to tell you, I can't believe she was 90 years old.
My grandmother did that in San Francisco.
That's awesome.
She left her bank job.
They both had good company.
Indeed, indeed. Her wartime experience dates back to the 40s, and tonight a living Charleston legend celebrates a milestone. Pauline Ryba, a real-life Rosie the Riveter, turned 90 today. Miss Ryba was among the first women to leave her home and get into the workforce during World War II. Today, family and friends, even Charleston's Mayor Joe Riley signed Miss Ryba's present, a Norman Rockwell print.
I didn't think I'd reach 90. I didn't think I'd reach 60. I thought I had burned the candle at both ends. And here I am, still around at 90. I'm proud and pleased.
Miss Ryba was a riveter from 1941 until 1945.